Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Alexandra and welcome back to another video. So as you can see by the title of the video, we're going to talk about the top 5 things to do here in Orlando. Whether you're moving here, coming to visit, or you already live here, there's something to do for everyone, and it's not just your normal theme parks. So the first one we're going to talk about are sporting events. We do have a basketball team called the Orlando Magic. We have a soccer team called the Orlando City Soccer. And we do have an amateur hockey team called the Solar Bears. So this is definitely a great option for you if you like attending sporting events. We do have plenty for you to see, and they're always a good time and fairly affordable in my opinion. So the second thing you could do here in Orlando is go to the Springs, and I actually found out about this after living in Orlando maybe a year. Someone had finally mentioned that there are springs, and I didn't really know what to expect when going, but it's basically like a giant swimming pool, fresh water that you could go, have a good time. The water is fairly chilly, so it's best to go when it's super hot outside, which is pretty common here in Florida, and it's just a good time. Some of the springs here are Devil's Den, Rainbow Springs, Ginny Springs, and Kelly Springs. There are a few more options you could choose from, and if you want to look at all of them, you could do that on Google. But those are just some of the options I have found and I have come to like, me personally. So the springs are definitely a good option if you're here in the Orlando area and want to do something other than the theme parks. So the third thing you can do here in Orlando is actually shopping. We do have 2 great outlet malls, one by the Universal area, one by the Disney area, and they always have great deals going on. And if you're ever looking for a bargain, definitely the outlets are the way to go. We also have Mall at Millenia, which is going to be our higher end stores that they have. They have Tiffany & Co., Louis Vuitton, Gucci. And then we also do have like gift shops everywhere. So I know a lot of people like to get little gifts when they go on trips for their family when they go back. And definitely these gift shops are the way to go. You could get t-shirts for like $5. You could get little gifts for, $2-3, and it's a lot better than buying it at like Disney Springs or at Disney, where you're gonna spend $30-40 on a tiny gift, and how many people really keep it that long? So these gift shops are definitely a better option and more affordable option to get the people you care about a little gift without overspending on a little trinket here in Orlando. So the fourth thing you could do here in Orlando are actually go to some shows or performances, however you like to call it. So there is the Blue Man Group, which I'm sure everyone has seen commercials for on TV, but that's definitely an option to go to, and I think it's a really good time. So that could be a good option for you without having to go to like the actual parks. And also Medieval Times is very popular. I think everyone at least has to do it once to kind of get that experience and just do something different. I don't see that too often in other places. I haven't heard of anything like that from Miami, not personally from Miami. There might be, it's not something I've heard of. So I know Medieval Times is a good time and something different to do here in Orlando. And now the fifth and final thing I'm going to mention in this video, but obviously not the last thing you could do here in Orlando, is actually go to a museum. So there is the Orlando Science Museum, and I actually went there recently, and it was actually very fun, and I was surprised because I'm typically not so much into museums, but I definitely had a good time. I learned a lot, and they have fun little interactive games throughout the museum to keep you engaged, and you just learn things in the meantime. So it was definitely a fun experience. I would highly recommend going there. And then there's also the Morse Museum of American Art, and this seems to be a very popular museum here in Orlando area. So if museums are your thing or you want to try something new, I would definitely check out one of these 2 or both if you have the time, and just do something different, because Orlando gets this stigma of you can only do the theme parks. But like you saw throughout this video, there is more to do than that. So definitely enjoy your time here in Orlando. They're always coming out with new creative things to do. So as things come out, I will be creating videos on them. But for now, these are the top 5 things I recommend to do in Orlando in 2022. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.